It was just supposed to be 3 days. Kaso hindi siya nakaalis, dahil sunod-sunod ang naging problema. Ian hated every freaking time he needed to spend in Macau. Each second away from Alicia and Rina, almost driving his thoughts into knots. He missed Rina so much, that he needed to disconnect himself with his phone, during his stay in Macau, so that he wouldn't be tempted to call her every hour. Worst, fly back to the Philippines just so he would have her in his arms again. Because admittedly, he was so in love with Rina, that he would move mountains to be with her. Unfortunately, he couldn't do that at the given time. Ian never thought he was capable of loving one woman that way. He had Olive for 5 years. Pero hindi siya nabaliw na hindi ito makita sa loob lang ng ilang araw. Although he believed he used to love her, separation had never been a problem to him. But with Rina, it's a whole lot different story. Rina Rodriguez, ang unang taong nang ahas na banggin siya. Wala itong katakot-takot noon, and did everything in her capacity, para bawiin sa kanya si Alicia. And he must admit, he never noticed Rina because of her physical appearance. She was pretty. But he was so used to seeing beautiful women in his line of industry, that he couldn't be lured by beauty alone. It was her unwavering love for his daughter, that earned his respect first. He hadn't seen such care before, and they weren't even family. Hindi ito ina ni Alicia, but she acted like she was her everything, and she was so scared of losing her. Having Rina in his house made it a home. He hadn't realized what he had been missing until she came. There'd been warmth. Suddenly, it was nice to come home, knowing he would have Rina and Alicia waiting for him, instead of the big yet cold house he used to have. Pero hindi naman niya na-realize ang lahat ng iyon in an instant. He's not a believer of love at first sight, since the failure of his relationship with Olive. There's no such a thing as that. Doon kasi sila nag-umpisa ni Olive dati, attraction on outward appearance. But it all turned out wrong. When he first met Rina, totoo ang galit niya para sa dalaga. Who would forgive the person who hid your child from you? It was 4 long years. He missed everything about his baby. If it wasn't Alicia's wish to be with her foster mother, hinding-hindi na niya ito gustong makita pa ulit. Pero inaamin din niya na parte ng desisyon niyang bigyan pa ito ng kaunting panahon, na makasama ang anak niya, ay ang ipinakita nitong resilience. Yung abilidad na hindi indahin yung mga paghihirap nito makasama lang ulit si Alicia. He saw that one of a kind love of a mother to a child, kahit ang totoo, hindi sila mag-ina. A short time might not be so bad to thank her for raising his child. That was just the plan. A short time. He thought he gave that time for Rina to convince herself, that she doesn't belong in Eli's future life. What he didn't know was that short time was enough for him, to see the beauty of her heart. And in the end, instead of hating her more, he was captivated. He wanted her care and her love. Olive didn't give love about his family. Okay lang dito maski hindi na niya patawarin ang kanyang ama. In fact, she made him hate his father even more, by always reminding him of the past. Rina was the first person to tell him that it was okay to forgive. That it will not make him a lesser person, if he will choose to forgive and forget. After all, it was his relationship with his own family that was at stake. She made him believe that there's a reason for everything. That all things work together for good. But apparently, he failed to understand the reason why Rina had to leave him and Alicia, when he was beginning to like her, as in really like her. More than the hurt he felt for Alicia's devastation was his own heart shattering into 1,000 pieces. How could she choose to live, when she had made him believe that he had found the one person who would really care and love him? He thought Rina saw him beyond the Ian Sarmiento everyone thinks he is. That he's still a human being with emotions. That he wasn't perfect, and he's capable of loving and being hurt. He was wrong. She left. Just like everyone he loved. They all left him. He almost hated Rina for leaving him. He convinced himself that she wasn't for real. The care, the love that he thought was there, were just a part of his imagination. Rina never really cared. She never really loved him. Nothing about her was true. He intended to hate her forever. But because he really fell hard for Rina, hindi rin siya nakatiis. But Ian figured that Rina was determined to go on with her life without him and Eli. And that hurt him even more. How did she manage to forget them that easily, when he almost spent every night in 3 months thinking about her? So he decided to take some actions. He bought his aunt's company, where Rina works at ginamit na pambanta ang pagpapaalis sa lahat ng empleyado roon, para lumapit ito sa kanya. He also bought Rina apartment. But that was just to make it easier to convince her to live in ES. Forcing her out of her apartment wasn't his doing. He found out who did it though. Olive. And heaven knows how it took all the patience and understanding he got not to hurt Olive physically. She was still Alicia's mother, para lang sa katotohanang iyon, pinigilan niya ang sarili niya. Besides, pasalamat ito at sa kanya tumakbo si Rina after that cruel ousting. Paano niya makakalimutan ang itsura ni Rina noon, while she begged him to talk to her? Even if it wasn't for the reason of having her apartment back, but for the people who would lose their jobs, if he pushes through with his plan. It cut him in the soul. Rina would do everything for the people she cared for. Pero bakit sila ni Alicia iniwanan nito? She didn't have the slightest idea that he was just masking his true feelings with his cold treatment. But that wasn't just to make her feel bad, but to protect himself in case hindi talaga siya kayang mahalin ni Rina. GM, here's your ticket back to Manila. His assistant in Macau caught his thoughts. Thank you. He suddenly felt so excited he found it almost impossibly hard to breathe. Your flight is in 3 hours. You better leave now, GM. Is my car ready? Yes, sir. He could have used his private jet. But he didn't. Just like how he stopped having bodyguards. Gusto niyang bumaba ng kaunti for Rina's sake. He worries that she might have a hard time adjusting to his lifestyle. If only he could leave ES Hotel, he definitely would. Keep me posted. Always, GM. Also, Mr. Lau will be flying to Manila next month. Good. He made his way to the waiting car. This was it. He would be reunited with his dear Rina and Alicia in a few hours. 10 days. Pero parang forever ang nagdaan. He missed them a lot. Sinadya niyang wag magpasabi na babalik na siya. He wanted to surprise Rina and Alicia. He knew they missed him too. Iyan, a very surprised Olive caught his attention. Kakaupo lang niya sa eroplano nang mapagtanto kung sino ang makakatabi niya. What a coincidence. I didn't know you're here in Macau. Ngiting-ngiti ito, it almost annoyed him. Pero hindi siya papayag na maapektuhan nito ang mood niya. Olive was acting like nothing happened in their last encounter. She attacked Rina. Sa lahat naman ng pwede nitong gawin sa kaibigan nito, hindi niya mapapalampas na saktan nito ang babaeng mahal niya. Tapos akto ito like he ought to have taken her side. Instead of Rina, he could still remember their conversation. Bakit mo siya kinakampihan? Ginawa ko lang naman ang dapat, so she would know her place. Napaka-fake ng iyak ni Olive, artista nga ito, and it just made his blood boil. It's wrong to hurt other people, Olive. Especially Rina, she's your friend. Halos pasigan niyang sabi, to put some sense into her head. My friend, inagaw ka niya sa akin. Inagaw niya ang anak ko. She took everyone I owned. You're impossible. You left Olive. Nakalimutan mo na ba yun? You left your child first, and never really cared about her. Then you left me too for another man. Walang kasalanan si Rina sa'yo. Tulaga, Ian. Anong pinakain sa'yo ni Rina? So you're taking her side now. She wanted my baby, she took Eli away from me. And then she seduced you. She wanted everyone. That's mine, Ian. Can't you see? She's destroying our family. She attempted to hold him, but he pushed her away forcibly. Could you? Malalaki ang mga matang asak nito, nang muntik na itong matamba. You were the one who destroyed us, Olive. Not Rina. Tinalikuran na niya ito, bago tuluyang maubos ang pasensya niya. Hindi niya kailangan ng mga kasinungalingan nito. Kung pinapakisamahan man niya ito sa mga nakalipas na buwan, iyon ay dahil yun ang payo ng mga doktor nito. They claimed that she hadn't fully recovered yet, at siya lang ang makakatulong kay Olive. He agreed even if he had to lose Rina, just to be able to help her. The least she could have done to him was thank him. Hindi ang siraan pa si Rina sa kanya. We didn't, Ian, hiyaw nitong umiiyak. How could she be that annoying? Naiinis na siya. You see. I'm the victims here. Rina took my baby. I didn't leave you because I wanted to. Josh forced me. He almost finished me, Ian. I'm the victim, Ian. Look at me. Pinilit siya nitong lumingon. I'm the one you love, not Rina. I'm the one who can make you happy. I'm the one you need. Olive, mariin niyang banggit sa pangalan nito, while stopping both of her hands from hugging him. Nagpapaawa ito by telling him lies. Listen to me, tiningnan niya ito ng diretso sa mga mata. Gusto niyang matawa. There wasn't any sign of sincerity in her eyes. You cannot make me happy. I do not need you and I do not love you. You are lying. No. In fact, if I could go back to the time I'm supposed to meet you, I would never look at you. Nakita niya ang paglitay ng sakit sa mga mata ni Olive, but he needed to say that, so she would stop thinking that he still loves her. Oh, could you? She cried. Stop, Olive. We're over. With that, he walked out and returned to where Rina was. Almost 2 weeks after that incident, heto na naman si Olive na kung makangiti ay parang okay sila. Was here for a business trip, he answered. He didn't want to talk to her, pero sa ngalan ng pagiging sibilisado, he wouldn't treat her harshly. I see. Ako naman, nag-start na ang shooting ng bago kong project, excited na sabi nito, wala siyang pakialam but okay, good for her. He wished na sana maabala nga ito ng sobra sa bago nitong proyekto. Mabuti na lang at saglit lang ang biyahe. Hindi niya kayang makatabi ito ng matagal. As expected, may mga media sa airport. Lagi namang ganun dati pa basta nasa paligid si Olive. It just annoyed him, dahil kumapit pa ito sa braso niya like they were together. Ipapagpag na dapat niya ito, but she begged that he play along. Just this one time, Ian, sabi nito, I promise you, this is going to be the last time that I'm going to ask a favor from you. Okay, if it would mean having to get rid of her, after casual smiles and allowing her to hold his hand, so be it. Welcome back, GM. Paul, his best friend / Eli's bodyguard, greeted him with a huge grin on his face. Ito lang ang pinagsabihan niya ng pagdating niya, dahil kailangan niyang magpasundo galing sa airport. How's everyone? He asked nang makasakay na siya sa kotse. You mean Rina? He teased and an involuntary smile lit up his face. Pero agad ding naglaho iyon, nang makita ang seryosong mukha ni Paul. Not good. What do you mean not good? Kunot noong tanong niya na bahagyang kinakabahan. The news isn't true, right, Ian? Nananansyang tanong nito. What news? Mas lumalim ang pagkakakunot noon niya. That you and Olive are getting married. What? Bulalas niya. Of course not. Saan galing iyon? Well, that's what Olive's been telling everyone. That you're getting married. There were pictures of you and Olive circulating online. That you're together in Macau, and you're having your sweet time together. He pulled over and took his phone out. Look at this. Kinuha niya ang cellphone nito, at doon niya nakita yung mga pictures na tinutukoy nito. Gumapang ang galit sa dibdib niya. Tapos hindi ka pa makontak. What happened to you, Ian? That was a very bad move. We're all trying to reach you to no avail. Paul already called him Ian twice, Ibig sabihin seryoso ito sa pakikipag-usap sa kanya. Paano niya ipapaliwanag sa kaibigan, na sinadya niyang hindi makipag-communicate kay Rina? Pero tama ito, and he realized that was indeed a bad decision on his part. If he had maintained communication, sana nalaman niya agad ang tungkol sa mga maling impormasyong ipinakalat ni Olive. Masyado siyang nag-focus sa trabaho, and he let his assistant took care of his calls and emails. Wala itong nabanggit na may mga personal calls siyang dumarating. Is Rina in the house? Yes. Good, hurry. Sure. He was gritting his teeth throughout the drive. Si Olive. Naisahan siya nito. Kung paano nito nalaman ang biyahe niya sa Macau, pati ang saktong seat niya sa eroplano, he swore he would do everything to find out whom she worked with. Sigurado siya na parte pa rin ng plano nito ang pakiusap nito sa kanya kanina. He was gullible. How could he not think of it? Kapag nilayuan siya ulit ni Rina dahil sa ginawa nito, isinusumpa niyang may paglalagyan na si Olive, Rina. Pilit niyang kinakalma ang sarili, kahit kanina pa siya kumakatok sa pintuan ng silid ng dalaga, ipinihit niya ang doorknob at napagtantong bukas iyon, rushing in, Ian didn't find Rina inside her room. Sunod niyang pinuntahan ang silid ni Alicia. Baka naman kasi doon ito natulog. Malalim na rin kasi ang gabi. But it was just the sleeping Alicia inside his daughter's room. Worry started creeping him in. He ordered everyone up on their slumbers, to search the house for Rina whereabouts. I couldn't believe nobody saw her leave. He was pissed upon learning from the CCTV footage, that Rina left an hour ago. Ano ba ang ginagawa ng mga security guards niya? Sleeping while on duty. It was already the second time na nalusutan nito ang mga gwardya. This was already serious. Maybe he would reconsider his security facility, and perhaps fire lazy personnel. He was mad at the same time, he was worried sick. Where could Rina be at the moment? I'm going to find her, said Paul. I'm coming with you. Cool. Let's go. What's the name of Rina friend? The mother of Eli's classmate. He asked habang kinakapa sa memorya ang pangalan ng nag-iisang kaibigan ni Rina na kilala niya. Leah, Paul answered. Do you know her number? No, but I know where she lives. Good. Let's go to her house. Alam niyang alanganin na ang oras, pero wala siyang pakialam. Naka-off ang phone ni Rina, at wala na siyang maisip na ibang paraan para mahanap ito. He hoped Leah would understand. He already met her and she seemed nice. Don't worry too much, Ian. Rina promised me she's going to wait for you. Well, she didn't. You see, she's gone again. Masama ang loob niya, sana lang mahanap pa niya ito. Dahil kung hindi, hindi niya alam kung anong magagawa niya kay Olive. Despite the surprise visit, Leah and her husband were kind enough to accommodate Ian. I'm sorry to disturb you, but Rina missing. I'm hoping she told you where she went. It wasn't him to ask for another's help. But he was desperate. He needed to find Rina. Hindi na siya makakapaghintay ng bukas. We're sorry Mr. Sarmiento, Rina didn't tell us. But, if it would help, Caleb said and pulled a card from his wallet. It's the address of the townhouse na pinahiram namin kay Rina. We're not sure if she's there, but please, if you have any news, could you kindly inform us? Worried na sabi naman ni Leah. Of course. Thank you. He took the spare key that the couple gave him. The place wasn't too far. Considering the late of the night, madali nilang natuntun ang subdivision na kinaroroonan ng townhouse ni Leah. I think she's inside, Paul said nang mapansing may ilaw sa loob. Calm down now, Ian. She's safe, he smiled. Thanks Paul. Tinapik niya sa balikat ang kaibigan, bago bumaba ng kotse. He knocked 4 times, but there was no response, so he proceeded to use the spare key. His hands were almost shaking. Kinakabahan siya, what would Rina say? Inisip kaya nitong totoo ang fake news about him and Olive? Galit kaya ito? Suddenly, he felt bad for not yet telling her how much he loves her. Parang piniga ang puso niya nang makita si Rina. Natutulog ito sa isang sofa na hindi pa nakaayos. Actually, wala pang kaayos-ayos ang loob. Parang mula sa apartment nito, ay tinambak lang muna ang mga iyon doon tapos iniwanan na. He knelt beside her. She was sleeping on her right side, and there were traces of dried tears on her cheeks. She had been crying. Ian felt his heart ache. Did he cause her to cry? Rina, he whispered while gently touching her face. I'm sorry. Ian, she stirred but she didn't open her eyes. Napangiti siya. He doubted it if she knew he was beside her. Rina, she was dreaming of Ian. He was beside her, smiling while looking at her with his lovely pair of eyes. Ian. Anas niya. She missed him so much it hurts. To only see him in her dream, while he was with Olive physically. He made her feel he loved her. Only to leave her broken like this. She felt fresh tears escaping her eyes. Rina, please don't cry, Ian whispered. I love you, Ian, she confessed. Well, it didn't matter, Ian won't really know. It just felt good that she was able to tell him, even if she can't have him for real. Please choose me. I love you too, Rina. He smiled sweetly at her, while his hand moved to dry her tears. I already chose you and I'll keep choosing you over and over again. Really? She smiled back. Really? He bent and kissed her lips. I love you, Rina. She smiled in between the kisses. It felt so real. She could actually feel Ian's lips moving against her own. They parted and she cupped his face with her both hands, while looking at him lovingly. This was the kind of dream she wouldn't want to end. It's so good to hold him. Why so handsome, Ian Sarmiento? She smiled a little. I missed you so much. You know. Your eyes. She traced his brows with her thumb. Your nose. Your lips. You're just too perfect, Ian. But you know what? Lumunok siya to fight back her tears. Even if you'd be like an ogre, I would still love you. I will love every inch of your imperfection. Because how you look is not what I love about you, it's not even your wealth. You can be as poor as a beggar and I wouldn't care. It's the person inside you, Ian. He put an index finger atop his chest. The kind, sweet and loving you. Well, hinuli nito ang kamay niya, at idinikit lalo iyon sa dibdib nito. Rest assured that this heart of mine only beats for you. This is the best dream I've ever had, Ian. Please don't wake me just yet. Mahigpit siyang yamakap sa binata. Hey, natatawang saad nito na agad kumalas sa yakap niya. Listen to me, Rina. He smiled affectionately at her before cupping her face. I'm here. What? You don't like my hug? Kunot noo niyang tanong. No, Ian couldn't help but smile. Rina thinks she was dreaming. I love it. Oh good, because all I wanna do now is hug you, and never let you go. Never let you go back to Olive. Pain flashed in her eyes, and even in her half-awake state, he could see that she was hurting. I love you so much, Ian. I wish I'd told you how much you mean to me before you went to Macau. Sana sumama na lang ako. If only I knew that you're not going to come back to me. I would have never let you leave without me. Rina, masuyo niyang hinaplos ang pisngi nito, gusto niya itong gisingin ng todo, pero natutuwa pa siya sa mga sinasabi nito. This is Rina drunk version. Umaamin ng feelings kahit hindi lasing. I'm already here. And I am not leaving you again. Do you mean that? Matamlay ang ngiti nito, and he wanted so badly to wipe that sadness off her face with a mind-blowing kiss. But he knew she was too tired for such. She had been crying, and he hated it to know that he caused her to be like that. Yes, Rina, for now, he'd settle with a kiss on her forehead, as she slowly drifted back to sleep. He stayed watching her. His heart was about to burst with so much love he was feeling for Rina. He bent again to kiss her cheek, bago sumubsob na lang sa tabi nito para matulog. Alam niyang mapapagod siya sa posisyon niyang iyon. But he was too tired from coming from Macau straight, to finding out Rina whereabouts. But he wasn't going to complain about it. If he wanted to rest, sleeping beside Rina was the best rest he could ever have. I love you. Don't run away again, he whispered as he heard his car being driven away by Paul with a text message he didn't bother to read. Off to where I can sleep. See you tomorrow, lover boy.